How's it going, everybody? My name is Nick. I also go by Golden Guy, and I am your coach of the Philadelphia Pinsirs. And we're coming back with week 2 of the UNPL Season 4 Draft League. This week, we are taking on Coach Kurt the Buzzwole and his Emerald Enamoris. So, for those of you that did not catch last week's match, I'm about to spoil it for you in 3, 2, 1. We picked up the dub, my guys. I think it was a 2-0 win in week 1. So we're sitting at 1-0. Absolutely fantastic feeling. And we're hoping to continue the trend going into this week. Kurt has got an incredible team. Starting off with that Gouging Fire, one of the brand new mons dropped in the Indigo Disc. And yeah, I mean, it's an absolute threat. So we've got some things hopefully that we can outplay it with, and so on. But he also has access to Raikou, Johto Slowking, I guess is what we'll call it, Iron Treads, Mandibuzz, Terra Sceptile, Araquanid, Pterodoxbun, Terra Regigigas, Hariyama, and Gloom. That Gouging Fire right there at the beginning has access to Bulwark Blitz or Bulwark something or other. And essentially, it's like Baneful Bunker from Toxapex, but it can burn you upon contact, which is absolutely busted. Burn is way more busted than Poison, don't at me. It also gets access to Setup, hits incredibly hard, has Earthquake, which Entei does not have, right? And yeah, I mean, then he has access to Raikou, another fast legendary dog, or legendary beast, whatever you want to call him. And hits incredibly hard on the specialty offensive side, has access to things like Thunderbolt, obviously, Discharge, Volt Switch, Scald, and Aura Sphere. It's got a good range of ability, Extra Sentry, but it can also come as really defensive because I do think it still has access to Toxic, and Toxic Stall would be absolutely gross, just to lay it all out there. Then he has access to Slowking, the Regenerator, the Spadef Wall. Oh, it's not something that we want to deal with. He could easily slap an Assault Vest on there and just eat for days our specially offensive attacks. Or he could just chilly out for that momentum, even though he doesn't really have a Snow Abuser. Nothing is really hurt by it or hampered by it, so yeah, he could definitely go that route as well. Then he has Iron Treads. I absolutely love Iron Treads. One of the premier rapid spinners in the meta right now. Access to Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Iron Head, Volt Switch. Just got access to Supercell Slam, I think is what the name is. The new electric move. It's like Flare Blitz, but electric, I think. Something like that. And yeah, but then he has Mandibuzz, right? Mandibuzz, all around great defensive check. Still has access to Roost, Knockoff, Defog. Didn't lose any of the... He has access to Toxic. It's just the pain, the nuisance that it has always been. Then his first Terra Captain is Sceptile, rocking the Dragon Grass or Fairy Terra types. Sceptile, he doesn't really have a way to really proc the Unburden outside of maybe a White Herb Leaf Storm or something along those lines. It is something that we have to keep in mind, especially if he's going Dragon, because that would easily outspeed our Dragapult afterwards, and it's just going to be a mess from there. Araquanid, it's a web setter. It hits really hard on the offensive side with things like Liquidation, boosted by that Water Bubble ability. It has access to Scald, or at least it did in previous gens. I really don't know if it has access to it right now, but it did before. I can't imagine that they took it away from that. And it's really specially defensive, and it hits hard on the physical side. Also has access to Water Absorb as an ability in case he wants to maybe run that for Samurott or Golduck, potentially, I guess. But I don't really see that one coming as much as a Water Bubble set if it does come. Then he has access to a second Terra Captain in Doxbun. Fairy Steel Fighting. They're pretty standard on a Doxbun set. Doxbun's ability is Well-Baked Body, meaning that it is immune to fire attacks, and if it's hit with a fire attack, then its defense raises by 1 stage. This pairs very well with a Body Press set and Terra Fighting, or even a Terra Steel to get rid of that fire weakness, in which case it's only weak to ground and fighting at that point, and most of the time you don't really want to go into a Darkspawn with fighting stab because it's normally a fairy type, but now it's also immune to the poison type, so it could really help out with Sneasler in this sense, I guess. Has access to Wish, Protect, just all around nuisance as well. Next up is Regigigas. I don't really anticipate Regigigas to come. However, if he can get it in and get the slow start to go away, then it can become an incredible nuisance. But it can also be ran specially offensive, which would just be a pain because I don't think it takes the same special depletion, or the stat deficit, I guess, from slow start in the special category. I've used it once before in a VGC league, but never in singles. I don't anticipate it to come, but it's his third Terra Captain with access to normal, fighting, and fairy. I would say it's pretty standard for that. I maybe would have gone Ghost over potentially Fairy, but that's just me. I'm sure Kurt has his reasons for why he chose those three types. Second to last pick, or second to last mon on the team, is Hariyama. Access to things like Guts, so it can be boosted by Flame Orb or just getting poisoned potentially by my team. Access to the Thick Bat ability, so it can absorb fire attacks and ice attacks a lot better. And I think, and Sheer Force is the last ability. You could go Life Orb Sheer Force if you really wanted to. It's got good offensive pressure, pretty thick on the defensive side, and it has some good priority in things like Fake Out, Bullet Punch, Feint, things of that nature. And then last, but certainly not least, not a mon that we overlooked whatsoever, is Gloom. I'm sure if Gloom comes, it has a role, and we just have to figure out what that role is, and we can just go from there. It's pretty bulky with the Violite if you actually look at its stats, but it's still relatively slow, and it can also hit pretty hard on the special side. I think it has like base 95 special attack, which is still nothing to scoff at. And no, base 85, so it's still nothing to scoff at. It's pretty high. All of that being said, the 6 that I anticipate my opponent to bring are down below the main screen as always. Gouging Fire, Raikou, Iron Treads, Mandibus, Slowking, and potentially the Sceptile. I could also see Darkspawn making its way in there, potentially even Araquanid, but I do think those top 5 are pretty set to come to this matchup. Maybe leaving Regigigas and Gloom definitely on the bench, and I feel like that last slot could just be any of the last 3, so Sceptile, Araquanid, or Hariyama. I mean, I don't really have much to say about that. While you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and what you think we should change. Yeah, I mean, my team's always on the left side, so let's talk about the mons I'm bringing and why I'm bringing them. So, we've got, and I just realized this, apparently our team can't see whatsoever, and so we got glasses for a majority of them. Awesome. We got Heavy Duty Boots Clef running the Alluring Voice. Just because I don't really want, I want to try out the new move. I probably could have gone Moonblast, but I wanted to go with the Alluring Voice for this. No other reason than just to try it out. Baton Pass, just to slow pivot out of things, because dry passing is allowed. And then Wish Protect to hopefully keep everybody up and available to take hits where needed. We are max HP and max defense for this matchup, just to deal with the Gouging Fire a bit better, the potential Sceptile to be physical, Hariyama and Darkspawn as well, and even potentially that Araquanid. Sorry guys, I am also now reminding myself what Alluring Voice does before I actually go into battle. Okay, next up we have Perona the Dragapult coming back after picking up the last 2 kills in last week's matchup. This time rocking the Choice Specs Clear Body. We are Clear Body because we don't want webs to affect us, and we're Choice Specs just to hit everything super hard. We're set to outspeed everything on the team barring Scarfers. We are modest max special attack, almost max speed, with a little bit in defense. Yeah, okay. Rocking the Shadow Ball, Dragon Pulse, Thunderbolt, U-turn. This hits everything at least neutrally. U-turn is just to pivot in and out when we need to. Thunderbolt's there for Slow King and Mana Buzz. Shadow Ball is there just for stab. And Dragon Pulse is also there for stab because his only dragon resist are going to be Dockspun, or Dragon, I guess, immunity are going to be Dockspun, or potentially a Terra Fairies Regigigas. And the Iron Treads can, I guess, resist it to an extent. Next up, we have Wise Glasses Kilowattrel rocking the competitive ability. This is in case they drop our stats, and maybe I honestly forgot what the competitive was for specifically. I remembered it and I'll figure it out. I think it's just in case our stats get dropped during the middle of the match from things like Shadow Ball, Psychic, so on and so forth. We have Thunderbolt, Air Slash, Terra Blast, and Volt Switch. We are Terra Ground this week. This hits everything on the team really hard. It is faster than everything on the team, barring a Scarfer or an Unburdened Sceptile. Terra Blast, ground into a non-AV Iron Treads, pretty much kills it, especially if it switches in on like an Air Slash or something of that nature. Next up, we have Komala. Yeah, Komala's coming into the game with the leftovers. This is our spinner in case we need it. But we have Body Slam, Low Kick, and Bulk Up as well. After one Bulk Up, then the Iron Treads dies, as long as it's not max defense, which is pretty cool. And after one Rapid Spin, we outspeed a Adamant Iron Treads, I think is what I set it for. Maybe it was a Jolly Iron Treads. Body Slam is just there for typical normal spam, I guess. Iron Treads is really the only thing on the team that switches into it. Well, and after one Body Slam into a Low Kick, Iron Treads dies, no matter what. Next up, we have Black Glasses, and on the Samurott, Hisui form, we have Ceaseless Edge, Taunt, Sucker Punch, and Flip Turn. Ceaseless Edge, I think this is going to be our lead, to be honest with you. And we can just Ceaseless Edge things. Taunt is going to be there so that Slow King can't potentially get up a Trick Room. For the Dockspun, Manda Buzz, that's what the Taunt's there for. Sucker Punch is just to go down swinging. Flip Turn is there for momentum. And last but certainly not least is that Sneasler rocking the Protective Pads this week. Protect to maybe switch into a future sight that is coming in. No, not that. What was the Protect for? I honestly don't remember. Maybe to scout. It was just a scout move. Dire Claw hits everything outside of Iron Treads relatively hard. Close Combat picks up the others, and U-turn just to switch around. We are rocking the Protective Pads this week so that we don't have to deal with Rocky Helmet, and we don't have to deal with the Bulwark move from Gouging Fire and potentially get burned. So that's the team that we're rocking with this week. Hopefully we can get connected here with Kurt here in a minute and get this battle on the way. Alright, we're connected here with Kurt and we're about to get this battle on the way. Let's see how right we are. No Sceptile, and we got Hariyama instead. So, Hariyama, no Sceptile. Other than that, the 5 of the Raikou first. Hari, Gouge, Treads, Mandy, and Slow King. Alright, I said good luck, have fun in the chat, and we're gonna get this battle on the road, guys. Good luck, have fun to Kurt. I think I am fine to I'm gonna lead Samurott and just hope he doesn't decide to lead the Raikou, even though it's his first in his slot. We're gonna lock that in. Good luck, have fun, my guy. Let's make it a good one. Alright, let's see what he decides to do. LD Gray's gonna be the Vico. Yeah, damn it. I should have known better. Okay. Samu. And he has pressure. It being... because it is the shiny version, it leads me to believe that it might have something like Aura Sphere as well. I think I can just go out into Cliff Fable here and see what kind of damage we're looking at from this thing. Scald comes out. Okay. So we do see Scald, which is to be expected. That took us down to 240, so I want to see what that was. Oh, are you specs? Oh yeah, your specs for sure. Okay. So here, I can just pivot out, pivot back out into Samurott. Yep. And he comes in just 2 Iron Treads, okay. Iron Treads comes out, Samurott comes in. Let's see what a Supercell Slam is going to be doing here. We still live. I'm just going to flip turn so I can gauge how much damage I'm doing. Volt Switch comes out. 219. So that did about 22%. Okay, so Mandibuzz is out. I think I could probably go out into Dragon Ball, to be honest with you, on Mandibuzz and be perfectly fine. Oh no, we'll go out into Kilowattrel. And fire off we'll just go for an air slash right here just to gauge some damage. Okay. Okay, we do get a flinch, which is cool for us. It's how it helped us out last week. Now I can Thunderbolt here. Okay, are you gonna go out in Iron Treads? Just average it. That's fine. I can Terra here. Right. I can just Terra Ground, Terra Blast. He is going to stay in. So is he AV? Is he Focus Ash? Is he Sugar Bear? Those are the things that we're looking at right now. Let's see what we have to deal with. Terra Blast comes out. He's not Shuka. And we just take out the Iron Treads. Nice. Kilowattrel already put in the work. So Iron Treads is off the board thanks to the Terra Ground Terra Blast. Hariyama comes out. If I had to guess, Hariyama is probably AV. But I can gauge that by just going for a Volt Switch here. Fake out, okay. That's fine. I'm still just gonna hit Volt Switch so I can gauge some damage. Withdrew. What does he go out into? Lazy River. Gouging Fire? No, Soaking, okay. That did probably about 40%. Looked like to me at least. Which means that he's not Assault Vest. And I'm just gonna go out here into Samurott and click Ceaseless Edge. He still has Defog, so that did what? 40%? Yeah, that was right. Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna click Ceaseless Edge, get some chip damage, hopefully get some spikes up. He does decide to withdraw. We'll probably go out into Mandibuzz here. No, Hariyama. Ceaseless Edge did about 25%. So, what are you, like, max defense? Yeah, looks like you might be max defense. I can flip turn out of here. Okay. As I go out into Clefable. The Alluring Voice is pretty free, but so is a Wish, I would think. Heavy Slam. Ooh, nice. Okay, nice. Clefable goes down. Good call. Clefable. Nope. Let's click the button. Okay, so we saw a Slam also. And Hariyama picks up a kill. Clefable does nothing. Okay. So we can go out into, I think Kilowattrel is still good in this matchup. We can just go out to Kamala here. Kamala doesn't really have much use now. We can potentially, if I were to bulk up right now, in a close combat still kills, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna Body Slam for some damage. Maybe pick up a Pharaoh. Drain Punch, okay. What does that bring him back up to? Right up at 50. Okay. Hariyama kills Kamala. That's 2. Okay, so we've seen a majority of his move. So I think I just go out into Dragapult here and fire off. Dragon Pulse is free. So that's what we're gonna fire off and see if he has the knockoff. If he does, we live. Unless he's like Expert Belt, potentially, but if he's Expert Belt, then we should be killing with Dragon Pulse. So we haven't seen anything with like Rocky helmet or anything, so I don't, which is surprising to me. Okay, what is he waiting on? If he's assault vest, okay. Then Bonehead comes out. Okay, that's Mandibles. I'm just going to fire off another Dragon Pulse. Maybe he was scouting to see if I was, in fact, choice specs or not. We should be able to pick up a kill here on the Mandibuzz. And if we are able to... Okay, yeah. The Dragon Pulse picks up a kill. Mandy goes down. Pretty sure this thing is choice specs. Raikou. Out comes Slowking. Slowking comes out. Do we take a Shadow Ball? We do. Although, I really don't want to... We know it's not Assault Vest, though. Based on some previous damage. So I think I am fine with switching out here into Sneasler. I know it's a risk playing the electric type game, but I'm willing to risk that. Scald, okay. No burn. No burn, okay, that's fine. We are burned, unfortunately. So if I can U-turn here. Get out to Samurott. Oh, yep. Nice place. He's probably going to go out into Raikou if I had to guess. I think he's Slowking's heavy duty boots. I don't think I saw it take damage on the spikes. Just go out into Raikou here, to be honest with you. And if he does that, then I Sucker Punch. Yep. I'm just going to Sucker Punch for damage. Yep. Because if he doesn't go for an electric move here, then we live. Outside of an Aura Sphere. Big damage. Scald comes out, we live. I'm gonna hit. Let's see. That was choice specs, right? And we're at 120. 37, okay. I think I can just hit flip turn to keep this around for the Slowking. Yep. Cool. Samurott picks up the kill on Raikou. And I bring out Dragapult. So I can lock myself into Shadow Ball. But if Gouging Fire comes out, then I can just hit Dragon Pulse. Okay, yeah, I can just lock myself into Shadow Ball right here. And yeah, he's definitely Heavy Duty Boot, so he's not AV. Big damage. See the Ice Beam, we live. Critical hit. That's rough. Hit Shadow Ball. Hariyama still could be Assault Vest, but I think it's low enough that where it can't take 2 Shadow Balls. He has to play the switch around game. Okay, so we saw Ice Beam, right? So HDB. Ice Beam. Okay, so you're down at 50%. 50 down to... Oh, that's a kill. Okay, so you're not Assault Vest. Cool. Dragapult picks up another kill on the Hariyama. Tribal comes up. Okay. This is where it's scary, guys. Do I just stay in and go for some damage as he potentially sets up a Dragon Dance? I think that's what I have to do. Okay. Dragon, yep. Lefties? Okay. You're definitely faster than us now, assuming you are max. So I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball. And let this thing go down. Heat Crash, okay. So, picks up a kill with Heat Crash. And you're +1/+1, right? So you're definitely going to kill my Kilowattrel with a Heat Crash for sure. Yeah. And Sneasler, I'm willing to bet. Oh, for sure. Okay. Yeah, I think I lost this one, unfortunately, guys. I get Dragapult off the layout. Terra Blast. Heat Crash comes out, yep. We lose to the Gouging Fire, unfortunately. We just let everything get too whittled down. Nope, wrong thing. Yeah, and even yeah, I mean, I have to just close combat even though I'm not. Earthquake comes out. Show me the set. Sneasler goes down. Gouging Fire picks up third kill, and yeah, I think Gouging, yeah, he definitely just picks it up from here, unfortunately. GG, Kurt. There's no way that you let me win this. I mean, I'm just gonna hit Sucker Punch, but you should be able to live. Yep. Show off the set. But it failed. I'm a taunt here. Just in case he tries to DD. Yep, okay. Cool. GG. Samrock goes down. We lose 2-0, unfortunately. Gouging Fire was just too much for us to deal with. We let it set up the Dragon Dance. I made the call. I'm going to live with it. I think I could have played a little bit better, but ultimately it was just too much to deal with. I mean, letting Clefable go down real early in the game was definitely the issue, in my opinion. Hopefully, we can bounce back from this and go on a tear and hopefully see you in playoffs, Kurt. With that, I am signing off. I'm Nick. I also go by Golden Guy, and I'm your coach of the Philadelphia Pinsirs. Peace, guys.